Hello and welcome back. Join us today for making fire cider. Now, if you already know what fire cider is, good for you. It is super easy to make, really good for you. If you don't know what fire cider is, it's a great thing to have on hand preventatively. Is that a word? Preventatively? For preventative measures when the cold and flu season comes around. I think it's interesting how the things in our garden are ready for us to prepare during the summer so that they are ready by winter whenever we really need them. So the things I have in my garden right now are some horseradish root, some ginger root, garlic, and onion. Now, you can make fire cider. We call it homemade antibiotic here in our house. But you can make that with just those simple ingredients as well as some apple cider vinegar. And then you can also add in some other things that are really good for your immune system. Today, I'm just gonna go with the basics, gonna use the 4 things that I harvested out of my own garden, and we're gonna show you how it's done. So if you've done any research at all about natural home remedies, then you will know that onion is one of those things that is really good to incorporate into your diet for its immune boosting properties. And actually all of these ingredients have immune boosting properties. And so whether you take it daily or just take it as needed, it is great for you to have the onion, the horseradish, the garlic, and the ginger in your diet one way or another. This is actually a fermented recipe because of the apple cider vinegar, and I'll give you the measurements of each one of these and we'll put the recipe down in the description, but just know that the measurements aren't as important as the actual ingredients. You can mix and match this to make it fit your taste and your desire, because some people think that this is pretty potent. One of the things that you can do to help it not be quite so overpowering whenever it's ready to drink is to mix it with honey, but you can also just drink it straight once it's done fermenting. It needs to ferment for at least 3 to 4 weeks. It can go longer than that. Most of the time ours goes quite a bit longer than that, usually closer to 4 to 5 months by the time we need it. I love the smell of ginger. So you're just gonna roughly chop everything. No right or wrong way to do it. Throw it all in a jar. I like garlic and ginger a lot, so I probably go a little heavier on the amounts of garlic and ginger that I put in my fire cider. If you take a couple ounces of this every day throughout the winter months, I guarantee you will notice a decrease in how many times you get sick. Okay, so you can see I filled my jar about a quarter full with my ingredients. Some of the things that you can add to it, you can do sage, echinacea, cinnamon, really any of the herbs that you grow in your herb garden. Even if they are culinary herbs, they have medicinal properties as well. So you can just mix and match and add whatever you want to make it good for you, where you like the flavor more. But I'm gonna stick with this. Now I'm just gonna fill this up until everything is covered and my jar is full of apple cider vinegar. Then I'm gonna put a lid on it and I'm gonna put it on the counter for at least 3 to 4 weeks, probably longer than that, Occasionally when I think about it, I'm gonna walk by and I'm gonna give it a little shake and make sure that everything is still staying completely covered with the apple cider vinegar, which won't be a problem. If I need to, I can burp it on occasion, and that just means I'm gonna open the lid enough to let some of the gases release, and then I'm gonna close it back again. You can tell when your lid gets tight if you need to burp your fermented food or not. So that is it. That is fire cider. That is homemade antibiotic. It is definitely worth keeping in your home, keeping on hand, and remember, you can sweeten it with honey once it's fully fermented. We're gonna do another video after this is fermented to let you guys know what you can do with the scraps, because they aren't gonna go to waste either. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
I took some last night and it killed me, I'm pretty sure. It was bad.
But it cleared you up, didn't it?
Yes, actually it did. But Mom was like, it's not that bad, just chug it. And I'm like, okay. And my throat was like, boo. No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad. Okay, guys, this is the fire cider. I already drained out all of the onion and garlic and horseradish from it. This is bad. I had some last night and it wasn't that bad, so it actually was really bad. My mouth is already like clenching out, like. Once you get past the smell and the taste of drinking something spicy, it's not that bad, but yeah. I'm telling myself it's not that bad, and then I'm like, okay. If I throw up, stop videoing, okay? Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I got some on my hand and I rubbed my lip. Okay. All that. The smell.
You have a cold, so go.
You did it.
Nope.
Why am I?
I'm not sick, so I'm good.
I'm not sick either.
Go.
Allergies. There's some on the side. You can feel it like clenching up, like your lymph nodes or whatever's right there. I'm sorry, quit videoing.
You're 2 minutes in and you haven't done anything.
It usually takes me 5. This is a record. Stop. Stop laughing. Right? It'll make you feel alive.
Oh, that one wasn't so bad. I still kind of burnt your throat though. Okay.